So the next thing that happened on Monday Night Raw, we get to the next match of the night. It was LA Knight versus Kofi Kingston with Xavier Woods at ringside. The New Day. So yeah, we get to this match. And this match, it was a pretty good one. It was back and forth and everything between Kofi and LA Knight. We see Xavier Woods a couple of times trying to interfere in this match, and then Kofi was getting the upper hand at one point, and at one point we actually see Kofi try the Trouble in Paradise onto LA Knight, but the LA Knight ducks it, and then he grabs Kofi, throwing him backwards, and Kofi lands on his feet, and then that's when LA Knight hits the BFT onto Kofi, pinning him for the 1, 2, 3 to pick up the win. So yeah, LA Knight defeated Kofi Kingston tonight in a 1-on-1 match. That's what happened there. Pretty good match, though. For that match, I'll give it 3 stars. That's what I'll give it. But yeah, that's what happened there. LA Knight picking up a win over Kofi Kingston tonight. But then after that match, we get to a backstage segment where we see Maxine Dupree and Akira Tozawa talking backstage, and then Becky Lynch interrupts them, and then Becky was talking about how she is the greatest female wrestler of all time and everything, and how she pretty much was going to have a match against Maxine, and Maxine was talking about how she'd been hoping that Becky was going to get a match with her, and she's going to show her that, she's not the greatest of all time. And then Becky starts talking about how Sports Illustrated was talking about how she's the greatest women's wrestler of all time and all that stuff. And then, Maxine was like, well, AJ Lee don't think that. And then that's where Akira Tozawa starts laughing, and then Becky punches him in the face, and I'll get him down. And then Maxine asking Becky what the hell is wrong with her. She's checking on Akira Tozawa. And then while she was checking on him, all of a sudden Becky attacks her from behind, beating her down, laying her across of a table backstage, just laying her out, and security had pulled her off. And then Becky runs into Seth backstage, and Seth asks her how she's feeling now. She says that she's feeling a little bit better, and he's staring at that watch still that Cody Rhodes gave him. And then she says that does he want her to go out there with him, and he says no, he'll do this alone. And then she says that does he want to get Paul, and he says that he's got to do this alone all by himself. So yeah, that's what Seth says. And yeah, up next Seth Rollins will be on Raw. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Till then.